I flew into Las Vegas at 9 a.m. on a Tuesday and began my poetic descent into a modern capitalistic version of hell. All around me, the lights and people in massive casinos appeared to cave in on top of me. In the middle of the dry desert of Nevada, you'd never even noticed you were losing your mind. It was cold most days. The sun would be out, no clouds in the sky. Your ass would be sweaty and chapped by the end of the day, but there was a cold wind on your face at all times. The cold wind of death. Vegas makes me think Al-Qaeda is right. There's nothing to do but drink and gamble and eat food that gives you diarrhea. Every year, millions of people pay out all their money to come here and pay out even more to the casinos. They lose and they lose and they keep losing. At the casinos, the drinks are free, served to you by women who look like they're wearing Halloween costumes called Zombie Cocktail Waitress. Everything is big and strange. The atmosphere, the hotels, the food, the CVS, the Denny's. There's hookers and homeless people rapping or dancing. Someone said it feels like a whole city of Times Square. I felt like a kid there. I remember going to Disney World as a kid, and everything was larger than life and fake and out of place. Spider-Man is standing 3 feet from a velociraptor. That's what Las Vegas felt like to me. A bunch of out-of-place structures all jammed together. A castle, the New York skyline, Paris, CVS, Denny's. So much Denny's! I began to lose my mind. The drugs and the booze and the walking were wearing on me. My feet ached and my lungs ached. My wallet begged me to put it out of its misery. And I did. $1 at a time. By the time I got high up to get some air, I was wrapped up in the mystery of it all. I never did quite understand Las Vegas. But I suppose that's the point.
That's okay. Damn, you're
Dude, look at this,
McGee,
dude.
bro.
I'm turning into a young Ben Avery.
Yeah, dude.
I've
You've been Avery.
I'm Ben Avery.
Okay. Start now. The podcast starts now.
Let's start now, dude.
You can do whatever you want. I just want the video will get not shared to anyone.
Yeah.
YouTube's like, yeah, the transcription shows Paddy.
Maybe I just bleep it out. Because it is kind of funny.
Yeah, well, you need a bleep button on that.
Oh, I do need a bleep button.
No, I think, you know what? Say whatever you want.
Ben Avery. It's like not even that loud. Yeah,
great.
dude. Look at this. Soundboard active.
Whoa.
I think I maybe just need to boof. I just need to like boost up the audio on this a little bit. Let me see if I could do that a little here.
Yeah, boof it up. DJ, boof it up.
Oh, it actually doesn't let. Oh, wait. Maybe if I click this on the loudometer. I don't know.
That sounded better. That was louder.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know, really.
Maybe I should hit
the
top llama. That sounded exactly the same.
Yeah, it
didn't
did.
Yeah. All right. Well, either way, I'll dial all that in. Once we get I just have to keep buying new shit to like.
Yeah, that's what the podcast requires is money.
Fit into it. Yeah. Because that's kind of like, honestly, if you think about it, I was thinking about this last night. If I was like Sean Gardini or like Lemaire Lee, I would just be like, hey, Shane, can you just give me like $20,000, you know? Because like that's like kind of just a cheat code for life. You can just like live a much better life.
Not for
way.
the podcast, just for his life.
Just for his life, yeah.
So if you were a podcast producer for a famous comedian, you would just ask them for $20,000.
Yeah, I would just yeah.
Oh, okay,
and it just to like pay my rent for a little bit,
right?
Because you could put a little bit towards the podcast, but there's like really no sense in doing so, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at Matt and Shane Secret Podcast, and they just have like they're just one camera angle.
Yeah,
it barely looks like they even like.
Yeah, I don't think they even like.
It.
Because they had like a Call of Duty thing. They just stuck like a Call of Duty crate right in front, and they just hit play, baby. And then they just talk about nothing.
Yeah,
they just talk about like the stuff I'd love to talk about, which is like not whacking off. That's
being
like,
famous.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd love to talk about being famous.
That would be nice. But yeah, it's such an easy system. Like here we are, we're trying to get bells and whistles.
We exactly have 3 bells.
Yeah. Dude, when like the bass on that is hitting, oh my God, when we say something crazy and then we go to morning good, that's
morning good.
So good. But yeah, like we've been watching so much Redbar.
Oh yeah.
We're
even
like,
together.
Exactly. Yeah, which I never thought I would ever do with
I thought Redbar was like porn. You watch it alone.
Yeah. Have you ever watched porn with a girl?
No.
Really?
No, they don't like what I Google.
What is it like? Baby
crying in the background. Webbed toe.
Fraggle Rock.
Bitch.
Cosplay.
Fraggle Rock bitch.
Yeah, I tried
Racist
one time.
Anal.
Dude, I remember I tried one time when I was racist anal. When I was in high school, I was like, I've read all of these articles, which like realistically, I've never even read an article.
Yeah. I've read Antarctica.
But I've never like sat down and read through an article and been like, this is what my idea is from that.
Yeah.
But I was like, I've poured through so much articleism about this, and I've heard that if you're a lady and a guy who like to, what do they say, bump uglies, knock boots.
Yeah. Jump each other's bones. Yeah. You heard of jump your bones? No. Yeah. I dated a Southern girl and she was like, I'm not trying to jump your bones or nothing. I was like, I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, what are you, haunting me?
Are you going to turn me into an adamantium Wolverine-esque person?
And a maniac.
Hey, there we go.
And I told her, I was like, I think if you... Horny. If you watch porn with your significant other, it like brings you together closer.
Really?
So then
these are the articles you read? Was this in the New York Times?
Yeah, it was in the New Yorker, the New Jorker. But by the way, have you ever heard of what is this called? It's called like shoot, I forget the name of it. Jelgin. What is this called, dude?
Jurgen. Is he a person?
Jankum. Have you ever heard of Jankum?
No, what's Jankum?
Oh my God, dude.
Is it George Jankum from the Logan Paul podcast?
Yeah, let's it's something like that. This is maybe I can pull this up on this other monitor here.
Yeah. Play someone else's ad.
I was showed this by a friend of mine. Dude, boy, this audio is so bad. You can't even hear what they're saying.
It does sound like it's in a toilet.
Okay, well this might be an issue for the anything we have video related during the podcast, but Jankum is essentially a hallucinogenic drug experience where you just get high on your own shit and piss.
What do you?
I could have just said that, but
how do you get high on your own shit and piss?
I guess it like ferments.
In your body?
In like a jar, you jar it. You put it in a jar.
And you consume it?
And then you sniff it to get high.
Why was there a picture of Walt Disney on the screen?
Well, how do you think he came up with Minnie Mouse?
Stuffing his own shit fumes? Oh my God.
But anyway, yeah, so I tried to watch porn with this girl, and I like... You Google like your porn. Yeah, that's the stuff like you watch in your own free time is jankum porn.
What would jankum porn be? Just people high on their own shit?
Yeah. It would kind of be like what that South Park episode is with the cheesing.
Sniff their own farts.
Where they sniff like cat piss or whatever and they cruise through the total boobage universe.
Right.
But I like, you pull up Pornhub and you realize like you're not a different human being than this girl, you know?
Right.
Because there's
looking up
all
like
of these
soft hand holding.
Yes, there's all of these videos
smile.
where it's like slut rape, oh bitch, and you're like, I like slut rape, oh bitch. What do you like? And she's like, I think maybe something a little easier. Mitten, kitty,
warm blanket porn,
apple fritter. And you're like,
lovely lady time.
yes. The lovely lady. Yeah, Dave Matthews.
Speaking of shit, Dave Matthews Band.
Jankum.
an entire boat on the Chicago River.
Yeah, getting high on the Chicago River.
Dude, you'll get even higher because there's probably shit in there.
Oh my God, shit. Yeah, there's like all kinds of nonsense.
I used to tweet images of xvideos.com and like me looking up things that would never be on Pornhub. So like one of them that like got like a couple likes. This is what my peak is on Twitter, but I looked up lobster for $2. No results. Yeah. Actually, not no results because porn websites will give you results no matter what. They're like gambling. Yeah. They want to keep you in there no matter what.
Right.
But porn really upsets me.
It's
probably easier not to jerk off to porn here because they made Pornhub banned in Florida.
Yeah, I know, and I got to set my VPN to Albania.
Yeah, imagine what you're getting there.
Unibrow porn.
Yeah, turban. Turban. I don't know why. I think they were
urban turban porn. Yeah, that's a black Muslim
guy.
Yeah, so like
Khabib. Wrestling porn.
Yeah. When you like watch porn with a girl, you have to watch the ones that are called like passion. Have you ever seen those?
Yeah.
And it's like the two whitest people you've ever seen. Like they don't allow black people into passion porn.
Right. They're not allowed.
They're not allowed for some reason. But they're like, it's just two like people and they're like, it's just like so brightly lit, you know? And they're just like walking around the house and she like gets behind him and like kisses his neck. And he's just like, he's like working on like
I'm trying
a skyscraper.
I'm trying to build the nuclear bomb.
Yeah, he's like just folds up a nuclear plan.
Sorry, honey.
He's like, all right,
Robin.
And you're watching that.
It's passion porn, but it's Howard Stern and Robin.
Yeah. And you're Robin, why don't you come over here? Make sure my audio cables are plugged in properly.
Howard,
what you doing over there?
I'm making
you designing another bomb?
Yeah, I'm designing another. This one's called art. The last one.
Yeah, this one's called the N-word bomb.
The N bomb. You know the H bomb. You know the A bomb. Do you know about the N bomb?
Chris Pratt. But
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, so you're watching
Chris Pratt
that.
said the N-word?
No, he would just be a typical Howard Stern guest.
Oh, yeah.
How it's always like Anna Kendrick. Which, Pratt. By the way, I didn't realize this. Anna Kendrick has some big old bagungas.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that either.
Oh, you want to hear a joke I thought of?
Sure.
I know this is kind of random, but
no, it's fine.
I'm doing stand-up again, thanks to you. So I've been like trying to come up with the big thanks to you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I know that sounded
like I'm forcing you to do it.
No,
that sounded like you were mad.
No, I'm not mad about it.
I know.
But I've been trying to think about material.
Yeah, like felt.
Yeah.
Satin, suede.
Exactly. So imagine this, dude. Ready? So Nancy Pelosi, right? Let's give it up for Nancy Pelosi. Ooh, yeah. She's known for what? That's right, insider trading.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you, I'd like to trade her bra for my hands inside her blouse.
You need like a drum set behind you where they go. Please don't do that at the pizza show. That would be you can do one. You can do one for me.
I think it's like revolutionary.
You think it's your new thing?
It's my hamburger, I think.
It's your hamburger. It's your smashing the watermelon.
As long as you like establish it, you know.
What was the deal with Gallagher? Did he just smash the watermelon the whole time?
I think so. I think to like fight alcoholism or something.
Is that what it was about?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah, I don't really know.
And he lets the watermelon ferment, and then you eat it and you get high.
Yeah, he was jelking. I forget what it's jank.
Gallagher.
Oh, dude, I am so excited for this podcast.
Why?
I don't know. It's been like it feels like it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a week though.
But we did the close one, remember?
Right. Yeah.
We had the close. Dude, I've been playing disc golf every single day.
Really?
I go every day.
Are you getting better?
Plus 10 is my best score from the ladies' tees.
There you go.
I haven't been able to play from the guys' tees yet. They're a little far.
Yeah.
You know? But
which is weird that I don't know, don't you think it is a little weird? Like the discs are all the same.
I know.
Like, there's not ladies' discs and men's discs.
No.
But there are ladies' clubs and men's clubs. And like,
yeah,
I think a lady could throw it. Any professional lady could throw it farther than me. You know,
for sure.
It's
yeah,
like,
Lauren Butler blew me out of the water.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that the woman you played with?
Yeah, and I'd like to trade my hands.
Yeah, she's known for playing disc golf, which I would like to golf up in her disc.
The discourse. But
we're just bombing on the beginning of this one.
it's okay,
I'm sorry,
dude.
man.
No, it's.
I should speak for myself.
But
I just ruin your excitement for slowly.
No, I was like I couldn't sleep last night.
Really?
I was like, we're gonna podcast. We're gonna be so good.
Yeah. And then the first thing you did was say the N word. You were so excited you said the N word.
Yeah. Maybe I just finally leave it in, dude. You know,
Do whatever you want. I just don't think it should be the first thing
That was the
on the podcast.
that was the first time I've said it in probably 6 years.
Really? No,
Yeah.
it's not. You've said it to me
Well,
in person like
doesn't
3
count.
times since you moved to
It
Florida.
doesn't count in passing.
Oh, okay.
This was I shot it. I was
Yeah.
wide
You were
open.
Steph Currying
Yeah.
the N word in.
I heaved it from full court.
Yeah. Full court N word.
But dude, you had a little bit of a trip.
Oh, yeah, I did a bunch of acid.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean I went to Las Vegas?
You went to Las Vegas, Nevada, not
Yeah.
just any Las Vegas.
Not just any Las Vegas. I went to the proper Las Vegas, Nevada.
And
went
I
last
didn't
week.
talk to you at all about this because I was like, I don't want to know anything.
Right.
I want you to come onto this podcast and let the world know, number one, what your
What a setup.
experience was.
You're like hitting it like a retarded child. Stop playing the morning good when it makes less sense than your own one. I went to Las Vegas last week. I got back this weekend. It was a lot of. It was. I was gonna say it's a lot of fun, but I don't know if I can say that. It was a very weird, strange experience.
Oh, really?
Probably the strangest place I've ever been in my life.
Because they always say Austin is weird. You know, they're like,
Yeah,
you gotta
keep
keep
Austin
Austin
weird. Man. You know, it's. Yeah, never mind. I don't want to go on a rant about Austin. I'm talking about Vegas. But Austin, I always, growing up as a kid, all of the YouTubers and gaming YouTubers I used to watch were all from, like, lived in Austin.
Oh,
'cause
really?
It was like a big production town.
Do they have like good internet there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I do believe that they are.
Because I think Florida has good internet too.
I think Austin was one of those places that got like that Google fiber.
Right.
But I don't
Fiber
know why I know
optic.
that.
Yeah.
But it just sucks that like Austin's only talked about in regards to stand-up comedy now.
Yeah.
Like it used to be like where like internet creators went to like establish like a studio space to like do their podcasts and do this, and it's like well, now it's just like a nightmare zone.
Yeah.
I'd like to go.
It's kind of weird too, because Austin's kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Just like
you know?
Vegas.
Just like Vegas. It's like they just have these kind of cities where people decide to flock to, almost like a cult, where they're like, "Oh, PewDiePie is in Austin.
Right.
I gotta be in Austin if I want to make the right kind of a reaction."
There's
video.
comedians in Tampa right now, and I was telling you about this before we started recording, but they were they're called the Brood Boys, I believe. And I was trying to look up what that was, and it's not like a podcast or anything. It's just 4 guys from Austin that are coming to do stand up in Tampa. But they're like advertised. Like if I went to a place, I guess I've had like a sketch group, but like I wouldn't want to like without it. Like we could go to like a different city and be like, News from Bed goes to Chicago.
Yeah.
But it's like if you don't have a podcast that you all share, why are you just giving yourself like a name?
Is
like
that like a
street
play
gang?
on the Rude Boys?
I don't know. What's the Rude Boys? Is that a Jamaican thing?
I think that's
Rude boy.
Yeah, rude boy, get on now, go on down now.
Go down now. Let your daddy smoke his fermented pea and shit.
That's very rude. Do not pass the jankum over here. Crack, crack.
Pass the jankum to
Jankum
the left hand side. Pass the jankum to the left hand side. I wanna love ya and smoke your piece
And sniff on your shit.
We'll be together, pissing shit in every night.
I'm like a toilet.
Use me till I am full, and we will be high.
Is this dump? Is this dump?
Is this dump what
Is
I'm
this dump that
smoking?
I'm sniffing? Is this dump? Is this dump? Is this dump? Is this dump that I'm sniffing?
2 little birds shat on my window.
So you went to Vegas.
I went to Vegas. It was weird. It was interesting. We went to Vegas. We got there. We left Florida at 5 a.m. and we landed in Vegas at 9 a.m.
Wow.
So we literally had essentially half of a day just in the air and then landed. And then we had an entire day in Las Vegas when we got there.
Wow. Wait, so it was just one day in Vegas?
No, we stayed there from Tuesday to Saturday.
Okay, I was going to say.
If I was there for one day, we wouldn't have to pre-record a podcast. I was there from Tuesday to Saturday. I think I just didn't text you for 5 days.
Yeah, I let you be.
Thanks,
dude.
man. Oh, it's very nice.
I like to let people be.
Yeah.
That's what they're always like, Paddy, why do you not contact me? I'm like, I'm letting you vibe, dude.
Yeah, that's what someone who's a bad friend says. This is an excuse.
Well, you know what it is? Like when
you have too many friends, I think you do have to let some of them be, right?
I just let them all be. I let everyone be. Because you know what it is when I get texts from my parents or people that are like, how's everything going? I'm like, you feel this pressure where you have to be everything is great. Everything's got to be going great.
Right,
all
they
the
don't want
time.
to know if it's not going great.
Yeah, you don't tell them not good. I lost my toe to a
alligator
Chinaman.
In a bed. Yeah. He took my toe and he's fermenting it to smoke.
Yeah, I just smelled my own toe to get high.
That's what you tell your parents. How's it going? I just smelled my own toe to get high.
It's a project for News from Bed.
And I've confided to Judaism. Hi, Paddy. Thank you for calling. This is your voicemail. Hi, this is Paddy. Thank you for calling. I'm probably praying at the Shabbos. Please leave me a nice shavas and gobble goose.
Gobble goose.
Jewish Bill Cosby.
The people put the matzah in the soup. Is it hot in here, or am I just a Jew? Oh, I don't know. Yes. Mazel tov. You put the pill and you drink, and you drink the you spin the dreidel, and you wait for the dreidel to stop. And then when it falls, I'm gonna rape you. And then I invest into the banks. And the people I rent the buildings to, I don't visit. The people with the pants around the waist and the yarmulke sitting off to the side, you gotta straighten the yarmulke. So here we go. We're in
Paddy's
Vegas.
I have the soundboard. He has 2 sounds. So I went to
Wow, dude, look at you.
That's me, dude. I'm in the domain of the president.
Now, is that building real or is it just a mirage?
It's the Brooklyn Mirage.
Wow. Oh, no, that's Trump.
Yeah,
something.
it's Trump Tower.
Trump Tower in Vegas?
Yeah, it's a Trump casino.
Wow.
I don't know if it's a casino. I know it's a hotel. But yeah, Vegas is very interesting. We were there and it was kind of cold, but we were in the middle of the desert and it was sunny all day and there was no clouds in the sky. So it was very weird.
That is weird. Do you think he makes those to scale of his penis?
Yeah. It's a completely golden building also.
Oh, wow.
He doesn't quit on the gold shit. He loves things being golden.
Do you think it's real gold?
No, it's windows are gold.
Yeah.
He's making like golden towers in the middle of the desert. He's like a prince from Saudi Arabia essentially. But it was interesting. It was a weird time. We landed and something I'll say first is the people of Las Vegas are very strange. They have very strange people there.
Yeah.
They're I think that there is something tribalistic about regions, and I've been from New York and I've lived in Florida and pretty much anywhere I go on the East Coast when I meet people they're the same.
Yeah.
But everyone I met in Las Vegas is I've never met a person like
Aren't they
this before.
a little scary?
They were a little scary.
Because when I met people I've only ever been to Portland, Oregon on the West Coast.
Right. They were scary.
But the people scared me. And it's it's almost like there's something missing.
Yes.
There's an element missing of maybe it's the pain and togetherness you have to experience on the East Coast because everything sucks over here.
Yeah, there's a commiseration that people have.
That's the right word.
But over there they're kind of just I don't know. We landed and we were hungry, so we went to a donut shop and we were so hungry the donut shop sold chicken biscuits, fried chicken biscuits. So we got a cinnamon bun and a fried chicken biscuit, and we're going to get some water at CVS to go back to the hotel and eat our food. And the lady, we go into the CVS, and the lady at the cash register has sunglasses on, working the cash register, and she's a black lady, which I'm not just saying, it'll come into play. And we're cashing out, she's like, "Give me one of your donuts." And we're like, oh, it's actually not a donut in there. We actually ate half the donut. There's only a chicken biscuit in there.
And she's like, ching, ching.
She literally goes,
Lifts up the wait a minute.
No, she goes, oh, I love fried chicken because I'm black. And I'm like looking at my girlfriend. And I'm just like, does she think she needs to be racist for me? Like she's beating me to the punch?
Yeah, you're like, I didn't want to say anything.
I wasn't thinking about
I thought you were going to dive across the counter. A reverse purchase, if you will.
It was just very weird. Like, you know what? You ever been to Universal Studios Orlando?
Of course.
I know you have.
Yeah.
And before you get into the actual park, you're in City Walk.
City Walk.
Oh, I thought you spilled something. Las Vegas is one giant City Walk. It's all
like with the Bubba Gump shrimp.
It's the whole city is Bubba Gump shrimp companies and shit.
Dang.
Every kind of restaurant is there. There's like every different kind of there's like fucking Denny's. There's like 11 Denny's. There's like a bunch of like CVS. And that's it. No, there's like, it's just like they have like a Madame Tussauds. It's like Times Square. People kept saying like, oh, it's like Times Square as a whole city. I'm like, no. Because Times Square, when you leave Times Square, it's just like the 4x4 blocks of what Times Square is. It's where all like the ads are.
Yeah.
This is not like that. This is like a weird fictionalized town. I went there and it made me feel like Al Qaeda was correct. And when Al Qaeda did 9/11, they really should have bombed Las Vegas because that's the capitalistic hellhole in the middle of the desert.
You would think they would think that would be the most important city, because like if I was just a guy who is bombing another country and like I had been sniffing gas my entire life,
right,
I would just look at whatever is the brightest,
right,
and I'd be like, we got to knock that shit out.
Yeah, it was fun. There was some cool stuff that we did. Like we walked around a lot. We ended up walking like 20,000 steps a day. We had fun. Hotel room was great. It's bigger than our current apartment. It was kind of like a little like villa suite looking thing.
Wow.
Not a villa. They called it a villa. There was no like outdoor part. When you say a villa, there better be like a pontoon boat in the backyard. But it was just like a nice large hotel
more
room.
of a villain.
Yeah. That was good. Oh, I got a weed.
Oh.
No, so they have recreational weed in
Morning good.
So I got this weed vape. I actually took this photo sitting on the toilet. I don't know if you can tell, but you can see my dick and balls in the shadow. No. But they have recreational weed there. They actually have one of, if not the largest dispensary in the country in Vegas. It has a restaurant and a music venue, and they have like all this stuff. And we went to go to it.
Is everything like in the restaurant like weed? Like I can get like a weed salmon?
Yeah, you can get a weed BLT.
BL weed.
Yeah, BLWT.
BLWTF with Mark Maron.
Mark Maron.
What the fuck? I'm on a fucking sandwich now?
Oh, what the fuck?
What's up, what the fuckers?
I'm on a sandwich with
Stand-up
tomato.
is so crazy, I turned into a fucking sandwich. My wife's fucking dead.
I gotta open for the wheat bread now. I gotta. Anyway, so I got a weed vape. It was pretty nice. It was a nice little toke.
What is that on the side there?
That's like the oil you can see in it.
Oh,
the only reason
okay.
I put this photo in the PowerPoint is because it was the best weed vape I've ever consumed.
Really?
It tasted incredible. It was like this big. It was like smaller than a credit card, and you could sneak it in your pocket. It was like it wasn't a crazy high. It made it fun. It was like like actually one of these dispensaries has decided to make weed for normal people.
Yeah,
not a weed that like makes you like forget your mom. Like a weed that it's like, I could like go and eat at a restaurant now.
Yes. Yeah,
this
that's
was like
how
fun.
It should be.
Yeah, it was like a subtle, like upper fun little like felt like I was drinking, and it was good. And I didn't smoke it the whole time either. Like I had it like maybe the first couple days. I took like a day off. I would take the mornings off. So I like regulated myself with it well. I don't know if you're new to News from Bed, but I, James, have a problem with marijuana. So when there's available to me, I purchase it.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you, dude.
But it was fun. It was actually exactly what I was looking for. And it made me like kind of despise other smoking experiences and weed because I'm like, why can't it all just be decent?
I know, dude. And why can't I just take a nap in that hand right now? I mean, look at that hand.
All right, next photo.
I like the way your hand. It looks like something I draw.
It looks like how King Kong puts the woman down.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my woman right there.
The vape looks so delicate in there.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I don't know. I guess I was high and drunk the entire weekend, so I thought that'd be a good time. Oh, this is something I want to talk about. We went to this place called Area 51.
Area 51.
Actually, it was called Area 15. I'm sorry. And it's this really cool thing that's like just outside the strip. And you walk in, and there's a couple restaurants. They have like an indoor like axe throwing thing. They have like a bar. They have like a couple different things in there. But the main thing in there is this place called Omega Mart.
Okay.
And Omega Mart is a fictional grocery store. And so you walk in, you have to buy tickets to go, and you walk in and it looks exactly like a grocery store, but everything's like off.
Oh, that's
so
right.
if you scroll to the next thing, it's like all the products kind of look.
Yeah,
not
if you're
like
a
real
TikTok
products.
guy, you've probably seen this thing.
Yeah, so like they have all these like it's like a real full-size grocery store, but all of the products are like fictional. And you can purchase anything in the store. So it's like off-road health nuggets, honey clumps of like all these like weird little products.
I thought that said hunky cum for a while.
Yeah, for a while.
For a while. Yeah, for like
You thought it
a
said hunky
long
cum for so
time.
long that it extended the time
that
that
I
you
was
were
like,
experiencing.
I'm going to wait for James to read this out loud before I say anything.
And so it was a very cool
So
thing.
what's in like one of those
It's just like
boxes?
cereal. It's like generic
Okay.
cereal shit.
But you could like eat that.
Yeah, like I got this thing. It's gum, but it's called GOM, GOM.
Yeah.
and it's just like illegal in these states, and it has like a map of the countries that you like, the states you can't eat it in, and it's like it's just gum. Like
Yeah,
I had a
yeah.
piece. It's just like mint gum, but it's like just an interesting. I don't even know why they did it, but it's like a weird place. It's like an art
Yeah.
thing. It feels like you're walking around. So you walk around it a little bit, and they have all these weird different products that you can see. And then at one point, there's like this freezer door that looks like weird, and you open it up and you go in, and it's like 3 times the size of the grocery store.
No
There's
way.
like a back room. And like if you go through, there's like a whole mystery you can solve, and then you go into these different rooms like storage closets, and each of them have like a weird
Interesting.
little like one of them was like a strobe light room. But when the light was on, you slowly realize, like you don't see anything at first, you just feel like you're being strobed out. And then as you're in there longer, you realize when the lights are on, they're projecting a video of you live on the wall. So it's strobing and you're seeing yourself walk around the room. Very weird.
Oh, it's literally like that Louis.
Yes.
You know that clip?
Yeah, yeah,
from
yeah,
Louis? Yeah.
And there's a room where there's like lasers pointing at the ground. When you put your hand over the laser, it makes like a noise. And so like it was a little kid friendly for my. It
Yeah.
shouldn't be kid friendly because it's like it's not like a story that's like based on kids. There's no slides.
Yeah, why
in
are
there.
kids going into the beer cooler?
Right.
That's my question.
Yeah. Stand
Yeah.
for us.
Weasley Wizard Wheezes.
Dude, you really shouldn't say that's worse than the N-word to Harry Potter people. And this is some other ones. So it's like the dairy aisle, it like glitches. And so it like kind of like
Oh,
looks like
that's cool.
all one thing. And then they have like, these are just like things you can store stuff in. They're like completely empty, like dehydrated water and canned beaches. Like, but it's a whole grocery store
Yeah.
full of weird products like this that you can buy.
So dehydrated water, that would just be nothing.
Yeah, it's just an empty can.
Oh, okay.
You know? But
This is cool though. I like
yeah,
this.
it felt like an art exhibit, and you can also purchase things. But it was cool. I recommend that to anyone who goes out there. So this is the
Here you are in the atrium.
This is not Omega Mart. This is actually the Bellagio Hotel and
Whoa.
Casino, and they have this beautiful like greenhouse room with all these like
Is that a frog up here?
I believe that's a frog, and they're all made out of like flowers and stuff. But like the hotels and casinos, it's like they're odd, but they're all very like beautiful. Like most of them are very cool. Like this
Yeah.
one had this. There's one called the Flamingo that had flamingos in a courtyard in the center of it. There's like there's one called Excalibur, which is like a castle.
James, I have really bad news.
You weren't streaming any of it.
It was not recorded. Luckily here, okay, here's the thing is we didn't have to watch too many things.
Yeah, there you go.
So I can record.
You'll figure it
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to just show all of these. And then I can just have a photo.
Right. You know what the best part of a podcast is when you have to experience the production in real time.
Well, that's like what I like to bring to News from Bed is the
Right.
reality of the situation here is that I forgot to hit record on OBS. And oh, there you are. And then here's the intro. Here's the even better news, though.
This is my
that
haul.
This is going to save me a lot of space on.
I'm happy as long as it
on
saves
the-
you
yeah.
space. So I like emptied out my bag at one point and just looked at my haul. So this is like the what you need if you're going to Las Vegas. I had brought Zin from home I had icebreakers, Altoids, wet ones because there's some dirty people out there. And I just thought that was a nice photo of everything that I had.
That is kind of, and there's 2 slices of what I assume is Domino's pizza.
DiGiorno. Actually.
DiGiorno.
Yeah, we got a frozen pizza. Food was very expensive. It was very expensive. We decided we were going to try to eat out once a day there, and we went over to a little Target and like bought a bunch of food.
Have you ever had? I think it's called Home Run Pizza or the Home Run Inn.
No, is it good?
Dude, I got a pizza because I just been getting frozen pizzas because it's like the cheapest way to like give you all of your food for a day,
right?
You know,
with
like,
none of the nutrients.
Because here's the thing: is we have this weight loss thing coming up eventually, which I guess maybe we'll start next week.
Yeah, we'll have to because we have to do the weigh-in.
So I've been playing disc golf like every day, getting my body ready for exercise.
And you're like, oh, I love disc so much, I can only eat disc food.
Disc-shaped food.
So I'll eat like Oreos and frozen pizza.
Literally, Oreos and frozen pizza have been the only thing I've eaten. Maybe you're onto something. It's like a psychological.
Yeah, you can only see
Sean.
disc.
Yeah, I can only. Yeah, like I'm looking at those Zins. I just had to quit the Zins. And you should have seen me throw it in the trash. I gave it a nice
bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can go to the next photo.
But
my
yeah,
haul.
dude. So I've been trying to train my body, but I haven't been changing my diet at all. So I'm just gonna switch the diet off for when it's time to lose weight.
That's fair. Get your licks in now. This has no significance to me. I didn't even go in this building. But this is like what the whole strip looks like. It's just like big lights, big building, but it's like a Ross.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of like foreigners there. Like there's a lot of people who are not from America who for some reason have a desire to go to Las Vegas. And then they go there and it's like they want to buy like American clothes. So there's like all these, like every casino has like the casino floor. They have like a pool area. They have like their cool stuff. Like the Excalibur one, I think has like a medieval times in it because it's like built like a castle.
Well, maybe that's how they trap the Japanese people. Is they're like, we are here at Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Las Vegas, right next to the Hard Rock Cafe.
and
Las Vegas,
Viva
Las Vegas.
That's what Elvis was singing. Chinese Elvis. Viva Chelvis.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog I eat with my tummy.
I can't think of any other Elvis song.
Yeah.
You're the devil in disguise.
Down, down, down.
That's Johnny Cash.
I'm a different Johnny Yen.
Johnny Yen, dude.
And a burning a ring of fire.
I tell my son you can go into the ring.
I tell my son to get better at the homework. You are so bad at doing homework.
At doing homework.
You must be Korean.
And I get on to...
Is this the last page here?
No.
No. Oh, why am I...
I don't know.
What's going on here? There's a little bit of a delay.
It's okay. So this is called
the Space
Strat.
Needle.
This is called the Strat.
The Strat.
It looks like the Space Needle. You can go up there. I think it's about like 1,500 feet in the air.
Wow.
And it's like the tallest open air structure in America or something.
Oh, so you can go flying out of there with all the wind up there.
Yeah. And so we went up there. We got tickets to go up to the top. And I think that was definitely worth it too.
I think Dude Perfect made a basketball shot from the top of that.
Really?
I think so. It was either that or the Space Needle, but they look
into
very
Rosie
similar.
O'Donnell's pussy.
Yeah, exactly. Which is hard to miss. This is gonna be good.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. All right, so we went up there, and there's a picture from when we went up there in the next. If you can. Scroll.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was very cool. It was. You're like way up there. You can see all outside of Las Vegas, and they have little lookout things. And so the cool thing about the Strat is they have bungee jumping off the top of that.
Really?
They have a roller coaster thing where you get in the roller coaster and you start like this and then it drops and then you just kind of go. It's like a short track. So you just basically stop
Oh,
and you're hanging off the
interesting.
Strat, and then it brings you back. And then they have one of those like Tower of Terror things at the very top, that tall stick at the top.
Yeah.
That's like a and it drops and you go like really high up.
Oh,
It
wow.
shoots you off. But it was very coll. It was worth it. There's a bar in there. It was like cool to just like sit up there and like drink a beer, drink a wine.
Yeah,
Like,
that's sweet.
Look at all the city around.
It is very flat though, but it is kind of. It's not Florida flat.
You can
'Cause there are
see you're in like a
little-
valour because you can see
Yeah,
mountains
yeah.
surrounding you, and you're kind of nestled in the middle there.
That's interesting.
Don't I look gay?
You look good.
I look a little gay though. You can be good and gay.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's the sleeves. If those sleeves went all the way down or all the way up, you'd be straight. Have you ever been like a tank top guy, like a Matt?
I've tried, but I don't know. I don't know.
What's his name? Matt.
Roast battle, Matt?
Yeah.
See, you moved to Florida for 2 months and you're forgetting your best.
You
friend's
moved to
name.
Florida. You forgot what I do.
What's
That's
his
what he
name?
sounds like, Matt. Oh God, why is
It's okay. He doesn't watch. But yeah. I look like the barefoot Contessa there. So then after we went to the Strat, we went to this place called the Heart Attack Grill. Have you ever heard of the Heart Attack Grill?
no?
So this guy invented this restaurant to kill fat people.
Wait, so that's you in a gurney thing,
The hospital gown?
a hospital
A
gown?
gurney? That's me in a hospital gown at this restaurant where if you're over 350 pounds, you eat for free.
No way.
And it's called the Heart Attack Grill. All the waitresses are dressed up like nurses.
Are they all fat?
No, they're hot. Well, they're not like, they're like meant to be like attractive. They're
Yeah,
not-
yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like all, it'd be funny if they were fat. So you go in, you have to wear a hospital gown the entire time
You
you're in there
eat
eating.
for free if you weigh over 350 pounds?
Yep. As many single cheeseburgers as you want.
Oh my God, dude.
Someone-
I'm a bit of a single cheeseburger right now.
Someone died there. Not while I was there, but his ashes are in the store.
Jesus
A big
Christ.
fat fatty died there, and they put his ashes in the store.
Did they like retire the chair that he sat in?
Yeah.
Like there's a golden chair.
Yeah, his ashes are in a Yeti cooler.
And you can actually get his ashes as a side.
Yeah, we can season the fries with the ashes of the fat guy.
That must have been like, is it like a big barrel of ashes?
Yeah, basically. I think it's probably some of his ashes, to be honest.
Yeah.
So the thing is, we're going there. Kendra, my girlfriend, had been wanting to go there for a while. So my thought is like, oh, let me get like, you can get like a single, double, but you can also get like 16 burger patties on it too. You can get
Oh
like,
my God.
they serve like big food, but the menu is like pretty
Crazy
simple.
food.
And so like they make milkshakes with lard in it.
Whoa.
They put lard in the milkshake. They're trying to clog your arteries.
Now, wouldn't Kendra like not want you to go here? Did she fight you at all?
She wanted to go here. It was her
Oh,
idea.
Okay. Because I just know Kendra has called me fat before.
Really?
Yeah. Is that something I wasn't?
No, you can
supposed
say
to-
that. I just forgot that happened.
It was very funny.
Where
she
did she
like-
call you fat?
At like it was like a party at my apartment. I think it was for you. It was
Yeah.
like your going away party. She like pulled me aside and she was like, "You need to lose weight." It was very funny.
That's what she does, dude.
She also told me not to be racist. Which
Oh yeah, because
she was
brought her
correct.
black friend.
She's correct about that.
So anyway, wait.
Oh, you're not done?
So Kendra orders a hot dog, and I order a double cheeseburger, and the double cheeseburger is huge. It's like the size of like half my head.
Yeah.
It's pretty big. And so I eat mine, and then there's like onion rings, and I ate my onion rings, and Kendra's like having a hard time because the hot dog is like this big.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
like, "Oh, I don't know. And then the waitress comes up and she goes, just to remind you, if you don't finish, we're going to have to spank you in front of everyone. Because that's what they do. If you don't finish your food, you get spanked.
And you're like, you're probably good,
You
right?
gotta eat anything. And she's like, I don't want to get spanked. And so she looks at me and I'm like, I guess I have to eat
You're
a double cheeseburger, a plate of onion rings, and 8 inches of hot dogs.
so you don't have to be embarrassed.
Yeah, and so I ate it, and then the rest of the day, she's like, "You just seem like quiet." I'm like, "My lungs are collapsing from the weight of my stomach."
You know what would have been great is if like she put it all on your plate and then you're eating it and then you couldn't finish it.
Yeah.
And then you get spanked.
I would have I would have taken the
I
spanking.
would have just taken the spank.
But I ate my food. I was good.
They really spank you?
Yeah, I didn't see anyone get spanked. Dude, they serve sangria in IV bags that you drink while they hang next to you. It's all in on.
Dude, this is crazy.
It was cool, but it was like fine. You know, it was like very not busy. You can tell it's like a
Yeah.
gimmick that is not like lasting.
Right. It's probably like a Dick's Last Resort type thing where it's like you go one time, they call you a faggot, and then you're like, I'm done at Dick's Last Resort. I don't need to go.
What about Dick's Last Resort where they just call you like racial slurs?
Yeah.
Like a racist Dick's. There's a Dick's Last Resort there. Kendra's like, oh, I really wanted to go there. I'm like, why? So they can call me fat and you better and more beautiful than me. Yeah. She wants to go there so they can shame me and celebrate her.
Yeah. And James, I'm going to hang your hat up over the bed.
Yeah, sure. It says fat retard on it. But this is the last slide. It's just Vegas was just an interesting. It was interesting. I gambled a little bit. I did some gambling. Have you ever gambled?
Nice. I used to gamble
Only with
on
your
golf a little bit. Only with my health. Only with like
By vaping for 4
my
years.
my audiences. I'll gamble.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen Paddy gamble. Put it all on red. If
I'll
you know
put
what
it
I
all
mean.
on red. Yeah.
Yeah. Put it all on blue. More like it.
What does that mean?
That means you're going blue. You're being a blue comic. Being dirty.
Oh yeah. I thought they called that green.
No, it's blue. Blue's
Oh.
like dirty. What would green comedy be?
I thought
Like
they say
Jill
when you're
Stein?
getting a little green.
No,
with
that means
your
you're new.
comedy. Oh,
Green means
okay.
you're new. Blue means you're dirty. Black means you're loud and you run around a lot.
I would say I put it all on yellow by just doing a Chinese accent.
Yeah. Everybody loves a Chinese accent.
Yeah, especially when you're bringing Aditya on stage.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The entire front row
Are his friends who
are Chinese people.
are his Chinese friend group.
So no, yeah, I've done a little bit of slots. Actually, did I tell you my theory? Ding. Did I tell you my theory about going into a casino?
No, what's your theory? If you're walking with your dick out, you're gonna win.
That's close to that. If you go into the casino and you just like really make angry, sad faces, and you're like, this is so stupid. Nobody even wins at these stupid things. I'm never going to come back to one of these. And you really just ham it up. Within your first 5 pulls on the slot machine, cling, 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 big time win.
Slaves.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Keep the 4th. I only need 3.
I only need 3 to gape my asshole open.
Here's what we should have a tier on News from Bed. We will pay you
To be our slave.
You get all of the stuff on News from Bed, but we pay you $10 a month to come here, and 4 of you get to be the corners of the bed.
Oh, that's a great tier.
Yeah,
And you can like walk around the room a little bit so we're moving. Like
yes,
the old days.
yeah, you can kind of do this. So we're like, whoa. So then, yeah, you're all 4 pegs on the bed.
Yeah. You there! Go higher! My feet are dipping.
Yeah, and
Kick
then
them.
and then for I guess like if you pay $1,000 a month, you can just be the bed.
And we'll lay on you.
We'll lay on you. It'll be like 10 of you guys.
You got to be the
Like,
size of Snorlax.
Yeah, or just a bunch of little.
Oh, they just all make up the bed.
They all make up the
That's
bed.
when we
yeah.
get to Skank Fest and we just get all the gay guys that we've accumulated over the years.
Yes, and we just throw a sheet over top
Oh,
of them.
yeah.
Because I don't want any skin on skin contact.
I'll take some. I won't take my socks off, but I'll take some skin on skin contact. That's the last slide.
Oh, you didn't put a little closing? Look at that.
Look at that. Viva! Oh, so I gambled a little bit. I brought like $150. I was like, I'm gonna gamble with this because everything's got such a high minimum there.
Right.
I went to the Hard Rock here in Tampa, and like the minimums are like 5. In Vegas, they're all like 15. It's like I don't want to. I should not have gone to Las Vegas because I don't really have like Las Vegas level money.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like I see videos of people that are just taking 20 grand out of their like.
Screwing around here, play a little double top dollar.
So I've
It's a
been
little
addicted
one, though,
to these.
at
I've been addicted to these guys
$25
who
times 2.
gamble
I had
on
a little bit
YouTube.
of money left,
Okay.
and I accidentally did that.
I didn't expect
Whoa!
it to play right away, by the way.
It's only 40 grand. Screwing around here, play a little
Wait, this
double
guy
top
just won
dollar.
40 grand?
It's a
Yeah,
little
He
one
just won
though.
40 grand.
And he's like, it's nothing.
Yeah.
So people can get rich from this, but I'm assuming the percentage of people who get rich die trying. No, I assume they end up gambling it away. Like, it's probably like 5% of people who make all this money,
Right.
and then keep.
So
it.
you go to the casino and you see just a bunch of old ladies at the slots, and then you see like guys in like the ugliest colored shirts you've ever seen, all sitting around the poker tables, and they're playing all the games and stuff. And I think the real money and the real games are in like the card games. I like
Right.
roulette. That's what I played in Vegas. I put some money on roulette. I played for like an hour, and I bet like $60, and I won like $115.
What is that? You just black or red?
No, roulette has all these numbers on the table that are all along the wheel. And so you can pick specific numbers. And like typically, like what I've played is there's like a 35 to 1 odd for each number. So if you
Okay.
get that number at 35 times your bet. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So you can
okay.
just be way up, you know?
Yeah.
And then you can also bet like all different versions of it. You can bet the first 12 numbers, the middle 12 numbers, the end 12.
Aha.
You can do black, you can do red, but those only double your money. Whereas if you
Right,
get a
right.
number and you hit it right on the money, that'll make you have like 35 times the amount that you got.
Right.
So we won some money. I won about like $100. I took my winnings. I went to a sunglass store and bought like a cool pair of sunglasses.
Oh, hell yeah.
right here.
Is those the ones you have?
Right here.
Oh, throw them on.
Don't mind if I do. Hey. I wanted like a light lens in them, you know? Like I wanted like a lighter.
Yeah.
What do you think? Am I
I
hotter
think
now?
they're pretty good, but I think they'd look a little bit better with something like this. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the Rant Wig. This is the new official wig of News from Bed, where if James, let's say James, because James is more statistically probable to go on a rant. If he decides he's going to go on a rant, he's got to put on the wig.
Here's a problem with Latinos.
All right, here we go.
No, I don't have anything. No, but okay. So here's the thing about casinos, though. Like these people that gamble on YouTube, they're very funny because you'll see. I was looking at videos of people of what they recommended you play if you go to Vegas, and I was watching a bunch of Vegas videos of like things to do while we were there,
Right.
To see other stuff that we could do that we might not have done while we had already planned it. And so we went out to Vegas, and I'm watching these videos, and I see a video like this that we just watched, which is like I just won $40,000 on the slot machine, and it's like, whatever, cool, good for that guy. This is very rare that this would happen. And then you go into these people's pages, and you start to find these guys, and they only post, like, the only ones that go viral are the dubs.
Yeah.
Because the L's, it's like, most of their videos are losing $15,000 at a time.
Right.
And so it's very funny style of content to build all your content. Do you have the other videos?
yeah,
lined
it's
up
kind
here?
of like a double kind of thing. Like it's.
Check this out, guys. This guy just won $2.1 million.
Where's the other guy still on?
I don't know why the
Congratulations,
audio.
bro. Wow. Monopoly at the Cosmos. Check
Wait,
this out,
did he just
guys.
win
This
two-
guy
Yeah, he
just
won $2
million?
million. So these are what like
Oh
you'll see a
my
lot. You see a lot of guys like
bro.
winning a bunch of
Wow.
money. And then if you go,
And it's just literally coming.
Check this out.
yeah, it's busting all over his jism. So this is my favorite guy.
Okay.
His name's Vegas Matt. He's an older man, and he just goes to Vegas all the time. I don't even think he lives there, but he loves to go to Vegas. He loves to go to the older casinos, and he loves to gamble money. He gambles like $2,000. He has all this merch. He just did a video with Gronk. He's like the biggest gambling
Okay.
content creator on YouTube, it seems like.
This is like my grandmother.
I'm getting completely under the grasp. I think I'm in 6,000. You're in 6. Let's see if we can salvage this.
This is what he does. He just shows you how he plays
Oh,
slots
more
and stuff.
$30
But he's
balls.
mostly into
Yay.
baccarat.
Oh, 60.
Baccarat's
Come
like
on.
a table
A major.
card.
Or at least a minor. I guess technically we need $1,000. Alright, what are we doing?
So pretty exciting
One big ball.
stuff. I hate the slots because it's not fun. Because most of them are just screens now.
Alright.
No actual.
Yeah, I want like a wheel.
Yeah, it's all screens, which is so much easier to manipulate.
So he's got to fill up all of those.
If he fills them all up, he'll get all of the different bonuses. But if he doesn't, then he'll just get everything. that he does.
Oh, come on! Be it! It's there! It's there! Yeah! Let's go! Yeah!
Wow. So how much does he win?
11,000. We will take it!
11,000.
11,000.
So he'll put like 2 in, and he'll win like 11. Like, that's like his thing. I think I sent you a couple of his videos.
That's
Maybe the other one
crazy.
is him.
This is literally like.
Oh, this is just a funny one. These guys put all this money on one number on roulette, and they're like all like college buddies. You don't really need the sound, but they put all this. They put like this giant stack of chips all on one thing to see if they'll win. So everyone's gathered around the table to see if it'll land on that one specific number. And so they like that's the way with roulette works. Is like you can either get it on the one number or you can do it like a black or a red. And so they won. They won like 35 times the amount of money they put down, which they probably put down like $25,000.
Oh my!
So they're walking out of there with over $100,000 basically. That's why they're all dancing and shit. But there are like cool things like that. It's always funny when you win, but like most of the time
you're losing thousands of dollars.
Most of Las Vegas is people just going there to lose a bunch of money.
That's so crazy.
Oh yeah. But yeah, no, so Vegas was a lot of fun. There was a lot of cool stuff. I found it to be very eerie and unsettling. A lot of the stuff was like it was hard to like grasp what exactly this place was like. Right. And by the time we went to where the Hardtack Grill was, which was like downtown Las Vegas, like we went outside of there and we got like a beer for like $5 instead of $15. And it started to feel like, oh, this is like a place where like normal people who live here would hang out. Yeah. And I was like, this is where I would hang out. Like this is a place I would come back to. Because when you go to what's called Paradise City, which is where all like Caesar's Palace, the Luxor, all the big casinos are, you can't really grasp it. It's so weird. It's like very strange. So anyway.
Well, that's cool, dude. I couldn't imagine living in Vegas.
No.
I could imagine leaving Las Vegas.
Yeah. Nick Cage.
The movie. I could imagine that in my
Dying
head.
of drinking yourself to death?
Yeah, I think he died of drinking himself to AIDS.
Oh, really? Because he was having sex with that prostitute.
Someone told me they were like, when I posted the thing about doing stand-up again, it was Cody messaged me.
Right. What did you say on that post? You put like, I'm doing stand-up one last time?
Oh, yeah. No, I was like, I'm going to record it and put Studio Ghibli over myself. Okay. And my voice as Miku.
Okay, perfect.
And by the way, I tried to make a Miku Bernie Sanders song.
How'd it turn out?
Not very good. But I think there's a better way to do it. But Cody responded to that post and he's like, I hope you catch the bug. And I'm like, that's like a crazy thing to say to
Why'd we say that?
I don't know, because doesn't that mean like I hope you like get HIV?
No, I don't know. I don't know what that means.
I think he meant stand-up bug, but like that's a wild thing to just go throwing around online.
I hope you catch the bug. He's like hoping you get like new COVID.
Like, what? Yeah.
That's pretty funny. That is really funny.
I mean, obviously that's not what he meant.
He'll be there slinging pizza, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah, you get a free pizza if you do the show.
Can I just go ha and then they throw it right in?
They'll roll it up and then they'll
Yeah, that'll be cool, dude. So when is that? April 14th?
April 13th.
4-13 at
Sunday at
Retrospective Furniture.
You ever done a pizza comedy show at a furniture show?
No, dude. So now I have to write all pizza material.
I've decided I'm never doing normal comedy shows. If I do book them or run them again, they're going to be a furniture store and they'll be pizza.
Yeah.
So I've decided.
That'll be cool.
I'm not just getting like a bar with a microphone. You'll never see me doing that again.
You know the episode of SpongeBob where they deliver pizza?
Yeah.
And he's like, Mr. Krabs, we don't sell pizza. And he just takes a bunch of Krabby Patties and just goes like this. It's like one of the funniest things.
Like, okay.
I guess that's a pizza. Where's my Diet Dr. Kelp?
Where's my drink? You forgot my Diet Dr. Kelp?
I say we save the rest of this stuff for the Patreon.
Oh, sure.
I think, maybe this is another gambling video. Oh, no, this is the video I prepared. Is it?
Yeah, it says flashback Bernie Sanders.
Oh, okay. I guess we can do this, although the audio is kind of shot. But did you know Bernie Sanders was in a band?
No. I did not know that.
He was. Bandy Sanders, it was called. audio is really bad on
No,
this.
it's okay. I
but
can hear it.
I don't know what's going on. I might not be able to use this laptop.
Bernie Sanders, 1987.
This is really bad.
Why did Bernie Sanders have an album?
Well, that's what was funny about it is because they did this whole video about it, and he was like, "As I was walking through the valley of death," like he just kind of talks.
Oh my god!
And there's no real rhyme or reason. Yeah, dude, I think I might have to figure something else out for this because I think, you know, maybe I just get a really long HDMI cord. Because I think it's like the transmitter, and then
Did you read that weird ass
audio.
paragraph comment on the last episode?
No, should I read it aloud? I was
don't
going to
have
make
to.
a little comment. Was it the one about me saying something racist?
No, I don't know
Okay.
about that one. What was that one?
Oh, there was someone who commented a thing about at the literally the very beginning of the episode. We did like the news from bed audio at like in each country or whatever.
Yeah,
And this guy was like really upset with
we didn't even do anything racist.
what we said about Mexico.
It was a mariachi band with gunfire in the background.
Yeah. and
Hey,
he
if
was
you're so
like-
mad about Mexico, why don't you clean it up over there?
Yeah,
do you say?
exactly. I'm trying
Hey, if you're watching the show, you're a fan, so you don't get to be critical of it. You have 11 million other options of things you can watch, but when you come here because
Yeah,
you
man.
want to get the news from bed flavor of ice cream, okay? We're not going to dilute our content to be more accustomed to the things that you people, meaning Mexicans, no, you people, the audience, that's not what you're here for. We present content, we prep videos, we prep talking points, we make our little PowerPoints, we make shit to put into the podcast to make it something that we are proud of to present. And if you're down to take the ride down the slide, you know, podcasting is a series of shoots and ladders. Sometimes you shoot and sometimes you go up on a
Sometimes you
ladder.
ladder. I
And
think he
so-
might have deleted his comment.
Well, you know what? I don't care what he said, really.
But he literally, it was this guy who literally he must be from Mexico. He tagged timestamped the video 13 seconds into the podcast and was like, this is like extremely racist. The U.S. is the people with all the guns because we were like news from bed, like whatever. I don't know, talking about Mexico.
Right.
He's like, the U.S. is the place with all the guns. Like, we don't have crime the way you do, blah, blah, blah. This is racist. You guys are just two fucking idiots using your feet and are fat. And I hate this. And I can't believe how racist this is. Not Mexico. Just went on for like a long time. And I just commented, I'm like, wait, they get internet in Mexico? Because you're a fucking retard, okay?
Yeah.
If you think that is like, if you find a problem with news from bed within the first 2 minutes, you're going to find a problem with every single episode. And the thing that's happening in society is there's people who are able to live in a world where they realize not everything is literal. And like you can have fun and live in fantasy land and play pretend and do whatever. That's where we live. We like to have fun. We're not like really bad people.
Right.
We just like to
We are.
enjoy the time and whatever.
Yeah.
When you step into the pool and the water is hot, you know, you got to think in your head, okay, this is a hot tub. This isn't a swimming pool. I think that's the
pretty good.
perfect analogy.
That's pretty good. I get what you're saying.
But
No, you have to
yeah.
understand that, like, when you're playing around exactly. I'm not even.
It's
gonna
all
say anything
fun.
more
It's
than that.
pretend.
We're
But
not
that-
like political operatives. We're also not the
Yeah.
people who watch the show jerk off to our socks. It's not like they're coming here for like understand. Like I'm not fucking Don Lemon on CNN and like I'm manipulating something.
No.
And this is what these people do. They turn against their equals in society.
You're Don Lonan.
They turn against equal members of their class in society as opposed to turning against people who actually have like abilities to
Right,
manipulate
yeah.
the system. Why are you like critiquing people's language, people's like it's like identity politics.
Why get mad at me for saying something about Mexico when you could just huck a cantaloupe at fucking Joy Behar? You know?
That's what it'll sound like when you hucker with the cantaloupe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little ridiculous. I am gonna make a compilation of comments though, because
Yeah, that'd be a great.
so get ready to get exposed. I shouldn't have even said it because now they're gonna go back and delete them like this fucking fruitcake did.
Yeah,
But no, it'll be all fun. There's a lot of really funny ones,
I want to see if I can find
and I doubt people even who listen to this far back. But we are at the end of the episode.
Well,
here.
thank you guys for letting me talk about my Vegas trip.
That was great, James.
Hey, thanks, man.
And yeah, we have some fun stuff planned for the Patreon. Hopefully, my laptop works. It's been a little wonky here, but you know, every week we're trying to make this show better. So, oh, is that it? No, that's not.
No,
it.
this is the guy who wrote like a mini essay about how he's like gay in a box.
Oh, yeah, and then someone was like jealous of him.
Oh yeah, no, there's no racist comment. I don't see. Damn. Am I Tednavision? Wait, are you Tednavision?
Yeah, dude, and you're Tim the Tap Man. Fuck, we're like the two greatest.
No.
You know what I
I
realized?
want to end the podcast.
Yeah,
facing
it's-
away.
Okay.